Right behind me, I've got the 2026 Jeep Grand Cherokee L Limited. Let's do a walk around on this and see if it's actually worth it. Also, if you guys are new here, my name is Jason and I do reviews just like this here in Canada. Now, starting off at the front here, these have been refreshed and I think the refresh looks much better than the previous one. So down here on the bumper area, you've got bits and pieces of the body color, the black plastic, and if you look down here, which actually goes from here and all the way across, you do have this granite trimming, which definitely looks nice, especially this being in white. So you have this body color piece here, which underneath houses this open grill area look. You've also got like this mini lower or upper grill area, the front safety sensors, the radar sensor in the middle, and then in the corners right below the LED fog lights, you do have more of the black plastic, which I think everything tied together definitely looks nice. And then even on the top corner here, you do have the LED fog lights, and also around this is more of that granite trimming. And then is the Jeep grill area, the iconic 7-slot Jeep grill. This has also been changed, and if you notice right below the lights and all across the bottom here, more of the granite. You've got granite bits and pieces in each of the slots and a front facing camera. I really like what they've done with this. I think it looks so modern and sleek now. And then you have a gloss black Jeep badge up here, and you can't forget about these LED front lights. You've got the daytime running light right there in amber, and then your usual lights as well. And tying everything together in the front, I think this looks more of a stormtrooper now. As for what powers this does have the 2-liter Hurricane turbo engine, which makes 324 horsepower and 332 pound-foot of torque. Towing wise, you're looking at about 6,200 pounds, and fuel economy with this is about 11.7 liters in the city and about 9.4 liters on the highway. As for the models available with the Grand Cherokee, here are all of them, and here is a list of the safety features you do get with the limited model. And this does have the limited altitude package, so you will notice all of these things on this. All right, coming to the side of the Grand Cherokee L here, you can see this is obviously a bit longer than the normal Grand Cherokee, but definitely nice looks. Now up here, you do have the dual pane panoramic sunroof, which is always a good thing to have, and also the black roof rails. You've got the gloss black in the middle of the doors there, and also along the bottom here, which you don't normally see on vehicles. It's just the black rubber look, but gloss black I think just adds a little bit more of a nice look to it. Even up here, you have that granite trimming that stretches all the way across. You've got body color door handles. As for the side mirrors, this whole thing is gloss black. You've got the turn signal built in, side mirror cameras, and over on the side here, you've got the Grand Cherokee in gloss black with the US flag. And then you make your way over to the wheels. These are gloss black and these are 20-inch wheels. I think these look super sharp, especially the Grand Cherokee being in white. You've also got a reflector up here, and if I do take a step back, you can see the gloss black wheels definitely look good on this. Now, coming around to the rear, and one other thing that I want to show you, the granite trimming I was talking about at the top, it swoops over all the way around, so pretty much goes around the whole vehicle. So back here, the nice looks I think continue. Over on your bumper, you do have a black plastic bumper. In the center here, if you do remove that piece, you do have your hitch hidden away. And then if you look way underneath, you do have your spare tire. There's also the rear reflectors back here, more of that granite trimming right here, and then this black trimming here as well, along with the rear safety sensors. And then on the tailgate here, you do have the black 4x4 and the Jeep badge. And then are your LED rear tail lights. These also look sharp, just like the front and really give this back end nice character. Now at the top here, you do have this built-in spoiler with the gloss black, a brake light, and you do have a digital rear view mirror camera with a washer. All right, let's go ahead and open up the tailgate here and let me show you what you get back here, since this is a 3-row SUV. And with all of the rows up, you can see you still have a good amount of space back here that you can definitely utilize. But if you're not using the 3rd row, you can fold it down and it obviously opens up a much bigger area. And I also like how you have like this little cubby area in the corner, and you do have a 12-volt outlet back here. And then on this side, you just have your tailgate button along with a speaker. And then if I go ahead and lift up the carpet area here, you do have a little bit more space that you can definitely utilize. And thank you to Orangeville Chrysler for letting me review this Grand Cherokee L. All right, let's head inside and see what the Grand Cherokee L Limited has to offer. It's an all black interior, but bits and pieces that do stand out. Now down here, you do have some space, a water bottle area. You've got a speaker here with the chrome trimming around that, a smaller speaker up here, and then you have soft touch material here with the contrast stitching, chrome trimming, and then this nice looking wood trim, which you'll notice all throughout the interior. All right, let's check out the interior. Now, before I jump into the second row, I'm going to jump into the third row and show you the legroom, the headroom, and what you get back there. So to get back there, very easy. You just pull this and the whole seat just moves forward like that. And then back here, you have an all black interior. And then you do have the back and the bottom perforated sections, which definitely look good. Now I'm going to jump back here, show you the legroom and the headroom. All right, entering into the third row, legroom wise, it's pretty good. And I'm sure this seat can be adjusted even more, but still, I'll have a good amount of legroom. Now, in terms of the headroom, I have, okay headroom, not too bad. I'm wearing a hat. For reference, I'm 5'11", and I can still move around pretty comfortably. Now, the one thing that I wouldn't feel comfortable back here is the thigh support. Look at how much room there is between your thigh and the seat. I just feel like I'm sitting on the floor, and for short road trips, I think I should be fine, but mainly back here, kids should be like the best. And also, since this does have the captain's chairs, I do have all of this room to extend my legs and just stretch out. Also back here, you do have venting right there. You have a water bottle area here, USB ports, and then on the other side, it's the same exact thing. I love how USB ports are on both the sides. And also at the back here, you do have this camera, which is your fam cam, so you can keep an eye out, so you can keep an eye on everyone. And to get out, it's very easy. You just pop this up again and the seat goes up. All right, let me show you the second row seats, and same thing, I'll show you the legroom and the headroom. So as for the second row seats, like I was mentioning, these are captain's chairs. So you do have your very own armrest here. You got the same back, bottom perforated sections, and the seats back here do come heated, which is nice. Plus, you can recline the second row seats. All right, jumping into the second row, legroom wise, again, I am pretty good, and this seat obviously can be adjusted more, but still, I'll have a good amount of legroom. Now, in terms of the headroom wise, it's pretty similar to the third row, but still, I can move around pretty freely. Now, behind the driver and the passenger seat, there is soft touch up here, but then you do have the plastic here, plus some netting space. And then over on the rear console area, you have your heating and cooling temperature controls, including the heated seats for the second row, venting, a plug down here, and USB ports, plus cup holders with some space. And also, you do have vents on the side. All right, let's check out the front and see if anything is different compared to the rear. The only thing I can really notice up here is a tiny bit more space down there, plus you don't have that extra speaker, and everything else is identical other than, of course, your window controls, side mirror controls, and then the driver memory seat controls. All right, let's check out the front seats here. These are exactly like the rest of the rows. The only thing up here is this area is designed a little bit differently. You've got the same back, bottom perforated sections. The front seats come heated, and then over on the side here, you have all your power seat adjustments. Here is the hood latch release. Here is the electronic parking brake, and then your exterior lights with the fog lights and the cluster dimmer. And then around the venting here, you kind of have like this almost white and then gray trimming. So it's kind of like a two-tone that does stretch across the dashboard. And the steering wheel is power adjustable. All right, entering inside, I just want to show you something cool on the cluster, because when I do start up the Grand Cherokee here, you do have the nice animations that display. All right, once you're inside, your dashboard is covered in like this hard, soft material. Plus you do have the hard plastic back there. You got a speaker in the corner, in the middle, and one over there. And then you get into your fully digital cluster area. This is a 10.25-inch cluster area, and on here you can view a ton of different things. I love how it is designed because you do have these illuminated lights on the corners, and to control everything on here, it's controlled through here. And then if you press this middle one, it brings up like all of these different menus. But if I exit out of this and I just use the scroll wheel, first off, you are in your speed section here, which shows it as analog, or you can view it as a digital one. And then if I go down, you've got the driver info section here. There's also vehicle info, trip info, off-road info, audio, messages, settings, and then you come back to the speed. Now, as for the steering wheel, you do have the soft touch material with the contrast stitching, and then more of the chrome trimming plus the wood trimming here, and then the black and chrome Jeep logo. Over on the left side, you have all your cluster controls, and the middle one, the top and bottom, are your phone controls. The other side, you have all your cruise control settings, follow distance, and then this middle one right here is your active driving assist for your lane detection. And behind the steering wheel, you do have paddle shifters. Also, on the paddle shifters, you also have media controls, and then further back here, you have your indicators and high beams. The other side will be your front and rear wiper controls. Now, over on the center armrest, you got soft touch, contrast stitching, and opening this up, you do have a first section that you can definitely utilize. And then opening up the main section, you do have a good amount of space in here. Now, moving to the center console area, you have this nice trimming in black. You your front cup holders with the illuminated lights. And then up here, you have your rotary shifter, your different modes here. So your sand, mud, snow, auto, and sport. And then more gloss black. And opening this up here, you do have space, but this is your wireless phone charger area. You got USB ports and a 12-volt outlet. And here's where the engine start stop button is. Even this looks pretty premium. And then you have your heating and cooling. And if you touch any of this, you get kind of like this haptic feedback, which is pretty interesting. And then is your touchscreen here. This is a 12.3-inch touchscreen. And on here, you can view a ton of different things, obviously. And I love the way that they've laid everything out. And also on the sides here, you will find your heated seats and heated steering wheel. And then on the screen here, so on the home page, you have all of these different sections. If I swipe over, you have different widgets you can also add. So that's nice. So if I go under the media section, this will have your AM, FM, Sirius XM. This also has wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. And then next is the comfort section. So more of the heating and cooling stuff here. Plus you can control the rear as well. Next is the phone section once you do have your phone paired. Next is the vehicle section. So up here you have three different menus. So if I go to the dashboard, first off, you have off-road pages. So on here, you're going to see necessary stuff like your dynamics, gauges, pitch and roll, select train, and the front-facing camera. Now, if I head back and then we go under the controls, you have your mirror dimmer, third row headrest fold, surround camera, which I want to show you right now. So this is what it looks like. Right now you have the top bird's eye view and it's facing the rear. Here is a more wider, more panoramic view of the rear. Same thing for the front and then a narrower view. And then also you have your tracks and then you can also clean your camera. If I exit out of this, you also have a fam cam. So the one that I was showing you in the third row, I like how you can keep an eye on everyone. Plus, if you zoom in or touch any of the sections, you can zoom into that area. Let's exit out of this. There's also the forward-facing camera again and the rear view camera. Next is the app section. So you have Alexa built in, and then you have all these different categories that you can go through. Lastly is the navigation section. Now right above the screen, you do have more controls or buttons, but you do have the auto start stop, lane keep, traction control, hazards, and then your parking sensors to turn them on or off. Now up top, you've got your rear view mirror, obviously, but if you were paying attention, this is also a digital rear view mirror. And then moving further up here, you have your tailgate control, interior lights, SOS, assist, your sunroof controls, and then sunshade control. And then right here is where you put your sunglasses. And here's the key fob for the Grand Cherokee. It's your usual Jeep key. All right, let's come around to the passenger side here. Let me show you what you get on this side. So you got the contrast stitching on the dash, the wood trimming, the gray trimming here, and then obviously your usual glove compartment space. Here is the window sticker for this Limited. The pricing that you see is in Canadian dollars. Well, that does it for the review on this 2026 Jeep Grand Cherokee L Limited. Let me know in the comments down below. Do you think it's worth buying?